Beirut by yesterday's blast. This neighborhood here is very close to the site of the blast. Many of the buildings here have balconies that overlook the port of Beirut. So people would have been standing on their balconies or near their windows, stretching their necks to catch a glimpse of the fire when the blast struck. If you were here when this happened, where you were standing would have made the difference between life and death, between a superficial or a very serious injury. But for the country as a whole, this feels like a crippling wound. Lebanon has just lost its port through which most of its imports pass through, and it has lost it right in the middle of the worst economic crisis in generations.
This is how Al-Asham Baidoun and his family have been living for the past 4 days. During the day, he and his family sit on any dry patch of land they can find. And at night, he says they sleep on a road not too far away. The floods have destroyed his home and much of what was in it. And there isn't enough aid distributed by the government to his village of Goza Awadallah for everyone.
Especially in terms of having to make sure that those who are accountable for these alleged gruesome murders are brought to account. And now, I'm just going to step aside to my right-hand side. I think you could see that there's a meeting that's been going on here with some of the officials and, of course, community members and traditional healers. They've also just went on my left-hand side, just behind the shack here, where there's been a gathering that's been happening for about 2 minutes of them talking about what is the next step forward in terms of now having to allow traditional healers to perform a cleanse.